Ashley, I know you can't talk about whether Horizon 3 will happen or not, but I
I
want to know
can't.
if working on Mythic Quest, if that has helped you in like infuse like certain characteristics instead of like adding more comedy, etc.
What I will tell you is it has given me an appreciation for the developers that work on Horizon because I feel like
Oh yeah.
when the show first came out, I got a lot of texts from developer friends that were like, "Oh no, this is my life."
Nerd reactor, roll out.
I love the what is that? Just the background. It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. We live
Do you like
here.
our orbs?
We
Yeah.
live
I
here
do
all-
like the
all year.
orbs. Yes, yes, I do love the orbs. And you guys are legends, and well, Ashley, I'm a big fan of yours. So,
Aw, thank you.
Aloy, I'm like so nervous right now. I'm just talking to you right now. But I'm
Don't be
gonna try
nervous,
to
you're doing great.
compose myself. But yes, okay. This season, it feels like there's so many just the family aspect. Everyone's just coming together. The castmates getting to have more of a role, like writing and directing. And so this is more like for you, Megan. I don't know if we get to see more of you like in front of the camera instead of behind the camera.
I was like, I could probably answer
Next
this. for you.
question. No, but I have had a cameo in the show, which is that last season, season 3, I am the voice of GrimPop, The Office. So that's going to be my contribution in front of the camera to the show, my voice only, and yeah, that's it. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
You guys do such a good job. I'm like, I don't need to be out there.
But I'm pretty sure the fans want to see more of you, just in front. But Ashley, there is an episode. I'm not sure if we can. It's like you get to go to Congress.
Yes.
And talk about video games and all that. And it reminds me of just like violent video games, having to go to like these Senate hearings. And I was wondering what the inspiration was like for that one in terms of whether like, oh, we should have an episode where the developers have to defend themselves.
I think the pitch was like from the very beginning of the season because we've established playpen and user-generated games in the previous season. And I don't know whose pitch it was, but you guys came in and were like, Rachel should have to go to Congress.
Yeah, to defend child labor.
To defend child labor.
That's where we started. It came out of every season, Ubisoft, who are our producing partners and our sort of like gaming studio that we work with most closely. They give us a little, at the top of every season, they give us a little like pressy of like, of where the industry is and like kind of what's going on. And as part of that, they were talking about Roblox and that Roblox was facing child labor charges because of how many little kids make their games that they profit off of. And we as comedy writers were like, that's hilarious. I mean, not for the children, but hilarious to us that that these kids, like that this is a quandary that's like happening. And also anything put in front of Congress that's like new and technological is really funny because it's an institution which is like not supposed to move quickly.
Right.
And obviously technology does. So we were like, okay, we'd like to see them going to Congress and having to talk about child labor. Who's the funniest person to be there trying to defend their actions? And we were like, well, Rachel, like, because she's the most idealistic and would be. And so we're like, how can we get her into a place where it makes sense from her character's perspective to argue for child labor? And I think it was so fun. And pairing you up with David and your matching suits.
I love being paired with David so much.
And Ashley, you get to direct and write an episode where I think it's a spoiler, so I won't talk about it, but there is a mention of VR and restaurant games. And so what is your just inspiration on like, all right, how do we like squeeze this together?
Yeah, that I thought you were going to talk about the other plot line. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I loved getting to talk about those games in that episode. I think I had recently played Overcooked. Is truly what the motivation was behind it. And in that particular plot line, we were, again, trying to think of, like, what are the funniest games that we could put this pair in. I'm trying to be so careful. And that was definitely one of them. And there's also, like, a first-person shooter game that's in it that, when you understand the context, is very funny. But yeah, I think that the restaurant game in particular was motivated by I had recently played Overcooked. Probably with Imani, actually.
And it was fun giving notes on those video game portions of like, this is what should happen when. And
Yeah, totally.
So that's really fun. And the designers we work with that build those video games love it. Because like we're giving them notes about like comedy things. So we're like, more blood, like a funny amount of blood. And they love it.
And Ashley, I know you can't talk about whether Horizon 3 will happen or not, but I want to know if working on Mythic Quest, if that has helped you in like infuse like certain characteristics instead of like adding more comedy, etc.
What I will tell you is it has given me an appreciation for the developers that work on Horizon, because I feel like when the show first came out, I got a lot of texts from developer friends that were like, oh no, this is my life. And I was like,
so accurate.
I'm sorry. And also I'm kind of glad that we're like hitting the nail on the head. But yeah, like getting to talk a lot with the Ubisoft team and working on the show, I have a much, much deeper appreciation for what game developers go through. So yes, it is given me a lot of, I mean, I already loved all of the devs that I worked with, but now I feel like I need to like check in on them before I get into the booth and be like, you good?
Ashley, Megan, it's a pleasure chatting with you both. And yeah, can't wait for when this premieres for everyone else to watch it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.
All right. How's it going, Jessie and Naomi? How's it going?
It's going
Good.
well, thank
How you doing?
Good. So yes, this season, Mythic Quest, one of my favorite episodes is the Villain's Feast. And for you, Jessie, I think you get to really enjoy this, playing like a sinister, mysterious role. And then also Naomi, just getting to just be in the part, playing, just trying to figure out who the villain is. And so I want to know your history behind murder mysteries. Have you done it before? And if not, are you now a fan and will you do more?
I loved working on that episode. It was so fun. The second I read Joe in a British accent, I was like, oh my God, yay, this is so fun and exciting. And we had a dialect coach come and teach me how to perfect that accent, which was really fun. And I just loved it. And no, I had no experience with murder mysteries before this episode. I always like fantasized about being invited to someone's house for a murder mystery party, but it never happened. So I got to be in the best one ever.
I know, so good. Megan Ganz, who directed that episode, she is so good at mysteries and games and puzzles, you know, in her personal life and like things she likes to do. And she was just able to put all of that into this episode. And it was so fun. I think, you know, look, I just like dressing up. Okay. I had on an outfit. We were giving. I will tell you, it took me 10 minutes to go to the bathroom in that outfit. Okay. And it was worth it.
And for both of you, I just love your characters. I feel like they're unfiltered. And I think for you, Naomi, since you do comedy, stand up. And so you just go all out. So what was it like? Do you think the character has changed you, like just being that like just unfiltered personality, or do you think like it's seeping into you?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I feel very close to Carol, right? Carol's comedic voice feels very close to my own, and it's just, you know, again, in season 4 now, we're all so comfortable, right? And we know where the humor is, and we know where the fun is in terms of playing it. And so I've definitely been sort of, you know, leaning into that more. And yeah, it's fun. My goal is to try to make the crew laugh.
Jessie, you have an episode where you get to, it's kind of like I don't know how you say it, enlightenment, self-discovery with Ian and David. And I don't know if it's a spoiler, if it's like horses and all that. So what was that like? Just did you get to ride on a horse? Did you get to train?
I got to train, yes. I trained for hours and hours.
You did?
Yes, I went 3 times out to I don't even know what that area is called. Some mountain somewhere, and I trained on a horse named Zorro, and we bonded, and I learned so many skills. And then they had a stunt double do all of the horse riding on camera. So, but you see me next to a horse, and I was on a rig. We were on the same rig that they used for the Revenant, which was thrilling. Just think, you know, he sat here, and it was so fun. I loved that. I loved watching Joe go through that arc of self-discovery, and we make our own weapons in that episode, which was also very fun. They had professional blacksmiths come, and they were sparking things, and it was very hot in that room.
Wow.
And it was really fun. I love that episode. I'm very proud of everyone's work on that episode.
Oh yeah, and what I really love about just in general Mythic Quest, I feel like it's like a feels like a family. Everyone gets to be a part of it, have input, because you have your fellow colleagues getting to direct and write, etc. And then for both of you, where do you see yourself in the show, like whether it's this season or in the future, like season 5, in terms of just having more input?
It's so fun. I mean, I'm very comfortable with my level of input as is. But if we do get to go back and do another season, I would love to direct an episode. It was really fun to get to support our other cast members as they directed, and it is a lot like a family. Like, I think we were very respectful. And sometimes it was like almost kind of cute, like how we were being like, "Oh yes, thank you for that direction. Okay, let's see you soon." So it's really a supportive environment, and we all know each other so well that it's so easy to work together.
John, I'm just happy to be here, honey. I just want to keep working, having a nice time. Okay, Hollywood's going through something. If you can keep Carol in finery, Carol is happy.
But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to do the interview, and I can't wait for when the season premieres.
Thank you.
For everyone
so much.
else. Yeah. All right. Take care.